Now we want to design our room and pillar mine. First, there are different ways to do that. We want to use auto panel by text. It means that we want to have panels and text on that, and then it will define those areas as a room and pillar mine for Carson. Make sure that you are in underground module. Then first we want to draw an area, so go to works and advanced projection. Once you click on that, it asks us for pick a start point for belt. So that would be the center of our shaft. So if you don't have centers in your snap object selected, have that, or you can go to object, snap setting, and select all. Click OK. Make sure it is blue between selected. Now you can go over the shaft, and then it will show the center, and click on that. Next is ask us to have pick endpoint for the shaft, or azimuth and distance. So we know that our mine is going to this direction, and we are asked to have 3,000 feet mains and panels by 1,500 feet. So I decide this direction as the main entrance or mains, and then we are going to just design right panels, not both sides, and then we have panels in perpendicular to the main. So whenever you select the angle that you want the main entrance go through that way, then you can write down the distance, and it will create it. To see that, so you need to make sure that down here you have dynamic input selected. So click on this menu and select dynamic input if you don't have it, and have it blue or on. And then you can select the direction. Make sure nothing is green on the screen, because then it will end the line there. So I select the direction and I type 3,000 and enter. Then after that, it asks how many inches left of the belt. So I want 2 at left of the belt and 2 inches at right of the belt. Then I go to panel setting. So panel settings that I want are the same ones that we get from arms, which are 70 foot center by center, inches, and width of 20, and angles of 90 degrees. So go back here. So inch spacing is 70 here and 70 there, and set draw pillar selected, and we want that to be in pillar layers. So it creates a layer named pillars, and we'll insert pillars in that. So we have entry cut with 20, cross cut with 20, which is correct. Then we want an outline as a perim, stands for perimeter. So that is good too. Everything else looks good. For our entry mine design. So go ahead and click OK. So it will ask for ventilations. And stopping, we don't have any, so cancel it out. Now we have our main entrance laid out. So what I see, the main shaft of 3000 feet is not that long to get to the thickest area. So what I want to do, I will select all the design and move it from the center point to somehow there, and now I check the coal contour and you see that now I get, so it's at thin area and it goes to the thicker part. Now I'm happy with that, so I turn off the coal contour again. So next I want to draw panels. Okay, now what we do is repeat the command again, works and advanced projection. So now we want our panels to start from here, for example. So 1, 2, 3, 5th one, and from here I want to start it. So and I want it to be exactly at this intersection. Make sure that the panels doesn't start this prim layer. It should start from these intersections, the outlier intersection, not this one, this one. And if you hover over it with green intersection snap, it will show it to you. So I will click on that. So next it asks us azimuth and distance. So here is a little bit tricky to have the distance which should be exactly perpendicular to this line. To doing that, so make sure you have intersection and extension selected in snap points, and snap points are on. So if I hover over this line and go back, so wherever, so it should be this line and I get back. So wherever, so one more time, so like that, and then whenever it so I have extension on. Okay, so I hover over that, and then here it should suggest me okay, one more time, make sure you have extension and perpendicular, if I didn't say perpendicular, on, and then if you hover over this line and continue, then you see a green line continuous of that with a cross at the point of the mouse, then click on that direction. And oh, actually we should not click, we shouldn't type this then. So I right click and exit out or press escape for several times, go back to works, advanced projection, I select intersection, hover over this line and try to find the intersection. If it does not, make sure to have extension and perpendicular on, and hover over that again, and find the true line, and then after that I type 1500 as the distance along this line and click enter. Now it asks how many entry is at left side, click 2, enter, and how many entry is right of the belt, 2, and enter. We get back to this panel setting. We don't want to change anything here, so click OK and cancel for stopping and ventilation. Now we have this panel design. So what we want to do to copy and paste it and have it all the way along our main entry. So for doing that, what we can do is to select all everything. To have that, there are two different ways of selection in AutoCAD by mouse. First, you can click, move the mouse, and this selection window pops out, and then everything inside that would be selected. Or you click and drag, and then this perimeter will allow you to select anything inside. So with that, I will click, so tap on the left bottom of the mouse, and while holding it, drag the mouse. So then I will try to select everything. So from now, because I went in the middle of this line, so they are not selected. So I click on escape and I'll do that again. So I try to go in between these, so very careful. And after that, so you see that I have those selected, so I'll try to select rest of that. I want to have the perimeter selected as well, and then everything else. So if anything is not selected, make sure everything is selected here. Now what I do is that type copy and enter. So first I want to define the move point. So from here I want to have a copy. I get to distance and go to here. So I have 2 panel distance between the panels, or I can just have 1. So I get 1, not 2. So to click, make sure you should exactly click on this point. So approximately I go, make sure that I have 1 panel distance between one pillar distance in between, 1 spacing distance, and then that I want this one, I zoom in, make sure exactly I select that line of intersection. So then I go to the next one, 1 distance and line of intersection, 1 distance and line of intersection, 1 distance and line of intersection, same. And the last one. Alright, now I will cancel it. Oops, I realized I did not select these two, so I will. So make sure that you didn't. If you did this mistake, undo it and copy and paste it again. So I'll pause the video and do that, and then I will continue recording. Okay, I fixed the problem in my. If you have any problem here, if the lines are not an exact one, check it right now before you proceed. Okay, now that we fixed this, so we want to make a text and label all of these panels and main entries. So first, you can type text, enter, and I want it to start somewhere inside the panel and from the entry to where it proceeds. So I enter this panel from here to there. So inside it, so make sure not to select this point, then software would be confused to select which of these lines. So somewhere here, I will repeat it. So inside the first panel, in the second intersection, not the first one, I'll click. So, and so next I want to have the direction of the text, so I want it to align this belt direction, so I will go ahead and click on the next intersection. So I click that, and then it asks for the rotation angle. Oops, I did mistakes. First it asks for height, then for that. So I skip out of that. You can do the same. Type text again. So click on the intersection point. So the size of that, each of these is 50 feet. Each of these pillars. So if I have 30, it would be good. So the height is 30 and the direction is here. So now it asks to write. So I call it write 1, and if you enter, it goes to next line. But you can enter several times, then you have this. Next, I want to copy and paste it for all of my panels. So I select the text, make sure just it's the text that is selected, not these pillars. So if you click on the text and I select this start point of the text, then you can move it. So I will, so after you, okay, so what I do, I type copy. So after you learn how to select the tasks, click escape and then type copy, enter. So now you just select the text. So it says select object 1 found, make sure that's it. Enter. So we want to select the point, the base point, so select that line of intersection and then go to the next line of intersection. So if I zoom out, you see that, well, so I go to the next one and the next one and next one. Make sure that it's inside of the panels. And next one. You can go ahead and copy it for the main panel as well. Then we rotate it. So inside this main entry as well, not the first intersection, the second one after, or the first intersection after the purple line, the perimeter line. Select that and click escape. Now zoom out and check if all of them has the text. Then you can double click on those and change the text. So it would be write 2, enter several times. Next one is write 3, enter several times. Write 4, enter several times. Write 5, enter several times. Write 6, enter several times. Write 7 and write 8. So as much as panels you have, I just have 8, and then I want to rotate this one. So type rotate and select the text. Make sure to just select the text, and it says 1 found, not more. And then click enter. Now the base point is this intersection line by the left of the letter R. Click on that. Now if you rotate it like this, want it to be exactly aligned with this belt line. So make sure it should be exactly to be that. So if you can type the rotation angle as well, so it is 90. So if I type 90, so it is exactly there. So now I double click on that and call it main. So I call it mains and enter. Make sure your mains text is like this upside down. It is on the other side, then it will define this mains direction differently. So make sure all of the directions are like this. And now we are fine to go and use the underground auto place panel by text. Go ahead and click on that. In this step, before we use this and before I click anything, I go ahead and click on escape several times. So I check this text that we just put. They should be in a layer names panel NM, which stands for panel name. So we didn't do that. So go ahead, click on layers and insert a panel, insert a layer and name it panel, and all with uppercase letters. So panel NM, exactly that one. And to make sure everything is going to change, color it something like yellow or something different. Now we want to move all of these text to this panel NM. So I select this, I will select the other one, and next one, and next one, and next one, and all of them. Alright, so after selecting all those text, so it shows, I don't click anywhere, so it shows its layer is in shaft. So I click on this drop down and I select that panel NM. So now I figure out all of these turn to yellow. So if I click on escape several times and click on any of those text, it shows that it is actually in panel NM. So right now we learn how to change the layer name as well. To use this panel by text tool, so all the texts should be exactly in, it should be in a layer that named exactly this panel NM, and all these purple parameters should be exactly in parim, and all the white lines should be exactly in pillars, and all the belt lines should be in PNT DES disk. Okay, so after having all of those, actually the belt lines are in projection, sorry about that. So after having all of them, so we go ahead in underground and auto place panel by text. So it asks us if we have retreat extraction. We don't have any, so it's assign 0 retreat extraction, say yes. And then it's asked for advanced difficulty. It's related to timing. We don't change it right now, click enter. So our entry width is 20. It is 20. So click on enter. So, and then it just asks us to select object. So you can select everything. So even if you select more than what's required, it's fine, because it just recognizes what it should. And then in my case it found 9 objects, and I click enter. So at the beginning you don't recognize any change, but if I zoom in, I see little texts for each panel and main entry. Okay, so what I noticed, this means is upside down. Okay, so this is totally fine. So now we define all these Roman pillars as a mod. Next step is going to have timing, and we are